Hi there. Welcome to another edition of Come On Out with David Leddick. Today we're going to talk to Mr. Vincent Colona. Mr. Colona is my manager. He has quite an interesting life story. He's a great pal of mine. And so tonight we're just going to talk about, what did he do when he came out, how old he was, and what happened, and what friends say. And also, Jennifer, if you could rescue my bouquet of flowers that's behind you that the cat is about to destroy, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm going to keep right on talking. Hi, Vincent. Just tell us, can you think of one occasion when it could be said that you came on out? Jennifer? Yeah, fine. Put it on the glass top table. When you came on out?
Yes. Let's see. I moved to Atlanta, and it was January of 1987. And I decided one night that I was going to go to a gay bar.
And why? When did you realize that you liked men?
Probably when I was maybe 16 or 17.
And did you have any gay friends before the night you went to the bar?
No, but I had lived with my roommate from college for almost 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And when we moved to Atlanta and I realized there were other men out there, I was like, I need to go out and find out what's going on.
So your roommate was not gay?
No, he was not gay.
But would you say you had fond feelings for him?
Yes, I look back and realize I had very fond feelings.
But nothing ever happened?
No, no.
So one night you got your courage together and
But we
went
did
out.
sleep together, I should tell you.
Oh, but you didn't touch?
No.
All right. So one night in Atlanta you said, and how did you know this gay bar existed?
Somehow I found out there was like a gay rag or a magazine, and I paged through it or whatever, and I realized there was a bar around the corner from where I lived. It was called the Far Library. And I went there on a Friday or Saturday night. I got gussied up.
At what hour?
Like maybe 8 or 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
I wore my boots. I had a really cute peach shirt on, and I walked in there and I just met a man, and that was it.
And, you met a man, like
Yes.
he was standing at the bar?
Yes.
And this man's name was?
Frank Clark.
And Frank Clark came over to you, or you went over to Frank Clark?
I think I went over to him.
And how old was Frank Clark?
I was 27 and he was like maybe 33.
So you were 27 before you actually made Bambula.
Yes, I was.
And then, did you live a semi-closeted existence for a while?
Yes, I did. Until I met Frank.
And then, but it's when you met Frank, but it doesn't matter what you thought. If you had never slept with a man, you're not really gay. So, if you said, you were thinking about being gay. After Frank, when did your parents find out?
I think maybe a year or two later after I moved out of my roommate, I came home one Christmas and I told my mother.
Yes? And I know your mother. She must have been quite explosive.
She said to me, she said she was being very supportive. If I wanted to borrow her dresses and shoes, she would give them to me.
Oh, but she didn't.
And I said, no, I was not interested in that, but thank you.
And how about your father?
I think I told them together. I don't think my father ever discussed it again.
Your sister?
My sister got out the Bible.
Oh. And she was trying to save you?
Still to this day.
So would you say that as soon as you spent the night with Mr. Clark, did you spend more than one night with Mr. Clark?
I went out on a date with him very shortly after we spent the night.
Mm-hmm.
He got dressed up, and I remember specifically we went to Macy's and he wore a purple scarf, just like what you were wearing today.
Great.
And I remember thinking, oh, yeah.
Synchronicity. So, did you find this difficult? You seem to find it like it was not much of a big deal.
I think the most difficult thing was we went out once and then I saw him again and he told me he would never see me again. He told me I was very inexperienced and he was not interested in training me. And that was it.
But for you personally, suddenly having a public image as a gay man, was that a problem?
Not really. I never looked back.
No. And when you have then, but you've lived in Atlanta, you've lived here in Miami Beach. So you've lived in worlds that are sophisticated enough where that doesn't really matter all that much, right?
Correct.
Okay, well, I think this has been a very interesting story. Mr. Colona is a very out there person. He doesn't mind speaking up and saying what's going on in his mind. So we're very glad that he was with us today. And where the hell is Frank Clark now?
He's dead.